Numbers 18 and verse 21 comes from the King James Version of the Hebrew Bible, and this is what it reads. Behold, I have given the children of the Levites all the tithes in Israel for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. When you talk about tithes and offerings in a public local church, to those who happen to be called a Christian or a member of a local church, you need to pay very close attention to your spiritual leaders when they preach and teach from the Old Testament. Tithes is not biblical when it comes to giving 10% of your income. It was only talking to the children of Israel at that time when they were a nation. In the Old Testament, the Most High required the men to appear before him 3 times a year. They would travel to Jerusalem. That's the place where the Most High chose to establish, and the place is named there. And they were to bring food to provide for the Levites, because the Levites did not have what is called an inheritance. They were responsible for the tabernacle and the congregation, according to Numbers 18 and verse 21. So they were in charge of the people. They were to make sure that the people were conducting their lives according to the law, statutes, and commandments that he gave to Israel. And they did not have an inheritance. So Israel was responsible for bringing and providing food for them, because they were to take care of the tabernacle, and that was a great responsibility. So that's what the tithes were for, and it was only talking about food. So your local churches are misleading their congregation, and they are manipulating the scriptures and taking them out of context. Tithing is not biblical today, because the people that were in the Old Testament are no longer there in Jerusalem. They're scattered on the four corners of the earth. Know the truth.